Morning, Hannah.
Good morning.
Morning, Matilda.
Good morning.
Good morning, Anya.
Good morning.
All right, so first thing we're going to do this morning is just get a feel for how all of you are feeling this morning. So I'm going to share my screen. And you are going to see
I was just going to say we were looking at a meal replacement.
Yep. So you're looking at hedgehog cakes. Thumbs up if you can see the hedgehog cakes. All right, so what I'd like you to do is take a look at this scale. And on the scale of hedgehog cake, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling like hedgehog cake 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9? And what you can do is just send it to me in the chat. How are you feeling today? All right, Hannah's feeling like a 4. Ooh, Anya's feeling like 9. Matilda's feeling like 8. All right, does anybody want to share why they are feeling like their hedgehog cake this morning?
Well, today I just had picture day, so I feel like photo is gonna look like a 9. I'm pretty scared.
Excellent.
So
Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Anya. Matilda, Hannah, you want to share? No, that's okay too.
Is it like 1 is bad and 9 is good?
It's just on that hedgehog cake scale. How are you feeling? Which one's calling to you?
Okay, yeah, I feel like 8 because I just had a long day at school and I just finished cross country practice, so I'm very tired.
There you go. Okay, thank you. Thanks for sharing. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is have a little bit of fun here. I am going to bring up a list of objects that have a smell. Thumbs up if you can see it. All right, so what I want you to do now, you don't have to type it in the chat. We're just going to share. If you could pick 2 smells from this list, which 2 smells would you choose?
Chlorine and right before it rains.
Okay, so you don't need to explain both, but how about you explain? You can explain both. Why?
Chlorine tastes good.
Okay. What about rain?
It just smells nice.
Okay. Thank you, Hannah. How about Anya? What did you choose?
I say chlorine and banana boat sunscreen.
Okay. You want to explain why?
Yeah, I just feel like both of those smell like summer, and I love summer, so it has to be my top 2.
I agree. How about you, Matilda?
Chlorine and strong coffee because, well, I'm a swimmer and I love the smell of chlorine and I like coffee.
I had a feeling that a few of you were going to choose chlorine just based on what I know about you. All right. So now we are this morning during our morning meeting, we are going to learn about table manners. So there's a couple things about table manners. The first thing that we're going to do is learn how to set the table, because having a properly set table would be one of the things you would want to do when you're having someone over for dinner. So what I have here is a little trick for you to remember how to set the table. Ready for this? Okay. Move you around here so you can see. So I have a little way to remember which side the fork goes on and which side the water glass, the knife, and the spoon go on. You ready for this? Your mind's going to be blown. Mine was. Okay, so in the word left, how many letters are in the word left? 4. So how many letters does the word fork have? 4. So the fork has 4 letters, just like the word left. Fork goes on the left. On the right, the word right has how many letters? 5 letters. So does glass, G-L-A-S-S, knife, K-N-I-F-E, and spoon, S-P-O-O-N. So all the 5-lettered words go on the right side of the plate, and all the 4-letter words, which is just fork, goes on the left, because left has 4 letters and right has 5. Crazy, isn't it? I never thought of that before either. All right, so now the next thing we're going to do, which should be a little bit of fun, is we're going to watch a video. It is a man who is demonstrating, teaching us about some proper table manners. And when I watched this video, I learned something that I had never known before. It's a little silly. It's only 3 minutes long. The video is also a little bit old. Wait until you see what the cell phone used to look like. Wait till you see the cell phone in this video. It is a little weird. Feel free to chuckle. And while the video is playing, if anything strikes you, if you're laughing, if you think something's funny or you want to comment on something, go ahead and comment in the chat. And then when we're all done, we're going to talk about one thing, because I'm pretty sure all of you are going to learn one thing. I did. One thing that you learned from this video. Are we ready? All right, here we go. Thumbs up if you can see it.
How to have top-notch table manners. Impress dinner companions with your flawless manners. It's as simple as observing a few key rules. You will need a crash course in dining etiquette. Step 1. As soon as you take your seat at the table, place your napkin in your lap and obey the basic rules. Sit up straight, keep your elbows off the table, don't begin eating until everyone has been served, chew with your mouth closed, and silence your cell phone.
Wait, a cell phone.
Step 2. Your bread plate is to your left. Place a chunk of butter on your plate, enough so that you don't have to keep dipping into the communal butter dish. Break off one bite-sized piece of bread at a time, buttering it just before eating it. Step 3. Take the water glass to the right of your plate. Remember, the DR in drink stands for drink right. As courses arrive, use the utensils farthest from your plate first and then work your way in. If a spoon and fork are at the top of your plate, use them for dessert. Step 4. Eat soup by skimming your spoon along the surface of the broth away from you. Then bring it to your lips and sip it without slurping from the side. Should you find it excruciatingly hot, don't blow on it. Simply wait for it to cool off. When you're done, rest the spoon on your plate. If the soup bowl came with a saucer, lay your spoon on it. Never let a used utensil, including the handle, touch the table. Step 5. Cut your salad if the leaves are too big. Just don't hack up the entire salad at once. Step 6. If someone asks for the salt or pepper, hand it over immediately, even if you need to season your own food. Always hand over both, even if your dining companion only requests one. Don't season your food without tasting it first, and don't over-season, especially at a business meal. It looks childish. Step 7. Remove something from your mouth the same way it came in. You can remove an olive pit with your fingers, but a bone or piece of gristle should be daintily spit onto your fork and then placed on the edge of your plate. Artichokes, crisp bacon, small fowl like quail and squab, strawberries, and shrimp served with the tail may be eaten with your fingers. Step 8. When you're finished eating, lay your utensils parallel, the tops pointing at 11 o'clock. If you're merely pausing, cross your knife and fork on your plate like an X, with the knife on the right. If you excuse yourself from the table mid-meal, put your napkin on your chair. When you are ready to leave, place it on the left of your dinner plate. Did you know? In Japan, slurping your soup is a sign of good manners. It shows your host that you are enjoying your food.
All right. I was just checking the chat. I don't see anything. So let's just talk for a minute. Who learned something from the video?
I never knew that after, like, if you left the table, like mid dinner, you had to put your napkin on your chair.
Where do you usually put it?
I usually just set it, like, if the plate is empty, I'll set it on the plate or on the table.
Yep, that stood out to me too. I know I would usually just put mine on the table if I was stepping away. I never knew about the chair either. What about you, Hannah? What did you learn?
Well, the napkin thing, because I usually just drop it on the floor.
I learned that we eat rolls wrong, Hannah. Did you see what you need to do? Break it off little pieces at a time and butter.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yep. Ani, what about you?
Well, I learned that like the way you place your fork actually matters. Like I never thought that actually mattered. And like I just like hope I didn't offend anyone by the way I placed my fork.
Well, I'm glad that we all learned something this morning. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great day. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to say before we hang up for today? All right. Well, have a good day. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Miss Babe Snyder.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye, Matilda. Bye, Anya.
Bye.